Alright, ladies, gentlemen, people of all gender presentations, welcome back. Again.
Apologies for the lackluster intro there. We
actually recorded this on November 12th, but when we were done recording, sound recorder decided to crash on me.
Yeah, we lost our audio.
I mean, I guess it's better to lose
So I guess if you heard a scream of utter rage in the distance back then, now you know what it was. But anyway, here we go.
Chapter 10, Rite of Divination.
So, yeah, we get our little in-universe news broadcast here with someone who looks suspiciously like a Vocaloid.
Channel 5 headline news, and I'm Hal. Let's look at today's top story.
I'm wondering why they went with Hal for her name, although that's actually probably a translation error, if I had to guess.
Something wrong with Hal?
No,
photon researchers.
but it's a little, whatever.
Had already been under scrutiny.
No, there's nothing wrong with it. Anyway,
but with this new information coming to light,
so yeah, President says collective bad, has them dissolved.
The Alliance Army investigation team looked deeper into the matter. And forced committee member and
forces the guy to resign.
However, the search for the
doesn't accomplish anything else though, which is unfortunately rather familiar. Because really, what's a resignation gonna do?
Astronomers are reporting high sunspot activity.
Sunspots.
This is a video of the sun just 6 hours ago.
So yeah, we recorded this on November 12th, today's December 5th, the last 2 weeks were kind of frantic, adding and Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, and next week is finals week for me, so...
This is Goral Channel 5, headline news. I'm Hal reporting. Bye for now.
And I just have today through the 31st, and I'll do it. At least one upload every day for 2014 was my goal, and I've been able to do it so far.
Hey, yeah, you're doing good so far. Oh, right. Because last mission ended kind of tragically.
And my other goal was for the majority of 2014 to at least have 2 or more uploads.
So that'll keep her around.
As well.
Wow,
that's quite a lot of uploads.
Say thanks.
Well, let's see. I uploaded a total
Such pleasantries are a waste
for
of energy, but I thought it was necessary to placate you.
for September. My total amount of uploads was, if I'm remembering correctly, 229.
Of course not.
There you go.
So I uploaded like what? I think like about 30 videos one day.
Make sure you watch your mouth now. We're all on the same team.
And it's not so much that I recorded a lot,
There's no
it's
way
that
we
it was
can
like
work
Crash
together.
Bash, so I split into the levels.
Right. So you can just split up, pace your uploads, which is a good strategy.
And get a lot of uploads in one day, and because like an hour's worth of Crash Bash would probably get me like 20 parts, whereas an hour's worth of this is probably 4, because you're not dividing it by levels.
Right. Well, and this has fewer opportunities to really split. Like Crash Bash has, like the levels, good level breaks.
Yeah, like
and it makes it easier to organize the videos as well.
Like for this first part, it's ending after we entered Yomai's shop.
Right.
What you want to talk about?
That's what
It's
I usually.
all about the pacing.
That's what I usually do. I try to have. I always split it where it fades out to
We'll be
before a new area.
Sure.
Like in my latest walkthrough of Kingdom Hearts 2, I had one part, and right after it faded out, and before it showed Pete punching the past Pete in Timeless River. And I think this is where my friend got up complaining about Tonio.
Yep. No, still don't like him. Still just cannot stand Tonio.
And this is where I said, wow, you really hate him.
Yeah. No, like, I don't like him, I don't like his attitude, I don't like his voice acting.
Well, I think, if I remember correctly, you said you could actually withstand the bratty,
Well, I could kind of withstand the bratty personality if the voice acting weren't so horrendous. And the other thing that bothers me about Tonio is the fact, like, this whole subplot with him and Lena kind of makes me uncomfortable. Because Lena has flat out told him, no, we're done. I've moved on, and he is absolutely refusing to, and that's kind of creepy. Like, that's really stalkery. When you think about it. It's like, dude, just move on. She said no. Take no for an answer. Anyway, we say hi to Pete here.
And I think it was around this point where we started talking about the character's potential sexuality.
Oh, right, yeah, there was a... I don't remember what the segue was, but we discussed...
You mean what initiated it?
Yeah.
I think I just asked. My friend here came up that, Ethan was demisexual.
Yep. Which, that, when you think about it, Ethan being demisexual, which, just for references, he isn't sexually attracted to anybody unless he forms a deep emotional connection with them first. Like, that puts a whole new spin on his relationship with Karen, like, when you think about it.
So wait, demisexuals could fall in love with either men or women?
Well, I mean, yeah, the preference is probably based on the person, but in theory, yeah.
And then, what do we do for Hugo?
Right, Hugo was bi. I remember this. I remember this because I had some very specific reasoning. And that reasoning was, the reason he flirts with women so much is he's in denial. Because he's, what, 17?
Uh-huh.
He's totally in denial.
They're all 17.
Yeah. He is very much in denial about liking guys. So he flirts really hard with women to overcompensate.
And I forget, where did you pick up that from?
I said his extreme flirting was a compensation. Like, he's overcompensating.
No, right, but where did you pick up the fact that he probably likes guys?
Yeah.
I don't remember if I had a specific point that was just like, yeah, okay, he probably likes dudes. I just get that impression from him, like that
Thank you for coming, Mr. Weber.
that he's bisexual,
You have probably
but
been
in
wondering,
denial.
Is
what could the
it a
president want of
flamboyancy,
me?
sort of?
Well,
Yeah.
no, not necessarily. It's
We have located the confinement systems on Parum and Motu, but the one on New
hate
Day
that.
still eludes
feel like you're about to sneeze, but you
We are
don't.
utilizing all the resources we have,
Ugh. Anyway,
but we've run out of leads.
no, I didn't really have a specific
Have you
moment.
investigated the Engine Collective?
That would be a
I
logical
mean,
choice.
unless he outright
But
kisses
with
Ethan, I
Mother
don't see
she's
how
dead.
it'd be.
It makes it difficult
Well,
to find
you don't
any details.
I see.
You don't necessarily have to have, like, blatant on-screen evidence, but, I mean, this is just my interpretation. This is just my interpretation.
Karen,
And I think we just decided Karen was plainly straight,
I
right?
asked Master Ritson for permission, but
I
was
don't
denied.
remember. I kind of was...
He said that it would put the maiden's life in
I don't
huge
have... I'm not going to make any
So that's
assumptions
why
here.
you need me.
I don't have an interpretation, so I'm not going to
You
make
might
any assumptions.
have better
I know
luck
we labeled
than
Maya as
asking
bi.
her personally.
Yeah, I could see it.
No way. She is no longer
And that was as far as we got.
Karen that I knew.
Yeah. We didn't really
She's the
discuss it
divine
much, but...
maiden now.
I mean,
Anyway,
this is all
you
just
wouldn't
plot
even see me.
exposition here.
Mr. Weber, we are running out of time.
Basically,
and
we're
options.
asking...
If we don't complete
Basically, the
confinement
president
before
is telling
unification
Ethan to
point,
go talk to
the
Karen
seed
and
will destroy
convince her
all
to
of us.
do some
Unification
divination of
point.
light. I don't... Like...
Yes. Lou
And they
will explain
mention
to you
that
all
doing
the
so...
Now,
I don't think they mention it in this
for New
cutscene,
Days.
but they mention at some point that the divination is
I'll see what I can
risky,
do.
but I don't think they ever exactly explain why. Which is a little bit... I think that's kind of weak writing. that they're not going to explain why it's so dangerous. Like, that, I feel like we're owed that explanation. I mean, stuff happens. Obviously. No spoilers there. I don't want to spoil what exactly happens, but stuff happens. But we're not given an exact explanation as to why it happens. Anyway, relics, A-photons, plot, blah blah blah. Okay. Right. So this is basically the big reveal that A-photons attract the seed. I don't think it was ever actually given a proper, like, dramatic revelation. Which, also, again, little weakness in the writing. I don't, like, is there a cutscene or something where they're like, oh crap, A-photons attract the seed? Or is it only just, like, now mentioned here?
It was mentioned a few chapters ago.
Oh, okay.
The one where the planned seed attack?
Right. Okay, now I remember.
It's the one where I gave a shout out to Crystal Fisher.
Right. My bad. I have a really bad memory for the specific plot events in this game, but that's probably partly because we spend so much time between recordings. But, you know, college and stuff gets in the way. Yeah.
And we get into a lot of sexual conversations with this game. I don't know how all that's when that came up.
Well, I think it's just a coincidental thing.
I mean, you guys remember?
This has been a thread of discussion with you a lot lately, and this is just the game we happen to be playing.
I don't know. I just like discussing it.
So yeah, just study it. Like, take some gender studies courses.
I mean, you guys remember we went to really detailed discussions during Chapter 4.
Not as detailed as it could have been, but I'm thankful for that. I have a bunch of articles, actually, that I've been printing out over the course of one of my classes this quarter, so I could just loan you the binder.
You're studying sex?
Gender, specifically. It's sociology, of course. So... Oh, right. Lumia! And Ethan continues to insist that his little sister can't stand up for herself. He is being a little unreasonable, but, like, if she wants to sign up for the Guardians, well, first of all, I question her doing so at such a young age. If there's not, like, a training program she can't just get involved with.
Well, you can join the Guardians at age 14.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. That's a little young, but okay.
She's like 13.
Yeah. I imagine they have the younger Guardians members, cadets, just like probably doing stuff that isn't such dangerous field work.
No, she was involved in pretty dangerous field work in episode 3.
Well then, okay.
Unfortunately, episode 3 is only online, and since the server shut down, I don't think they'll ever put it offline.
Yeah, probably not.
They did with episode 2, but...
And we head off to Perum for... Actually, right, I remember this. We got completely turned around. We weren't supposed to go to Perum. We completely got turned around.
Hey, but at least we got to see the bad speakings person again.
Apparently English, or whatever the standard language is not her first language. Okay.
I found it cute.
That was... Well, that was probably the intention. So yeah, more of the lovely scenery on Perum. I forget. Have I already talked about the visual design on New Days? Because I vaguely remember talking about it, but that might have been in the audio we lost.
Maybe?
Well, until we can check, I'm not gonna, like, talk people's ears off about a subject I've already covered. But yeah, basically, I really like how clearly influenced New Days is by, Japanese culture in general. Oh, right, so we have to go see Lightmaster Rutsu, who is at the temple, across from here. Let's see. Yeah, that mountain over there is so friggin' cool. And I believe that is... okay, this is just a guess, an off the top of my head guess, but I'm pretty sure that whole skyline is based on the fact that you can see Mount Fuji from Tokyo, which ends up creating a really cool silhouette.
And I didn't mention it until a bit later, but I'll just go ahead and get it out of the way. It was around this point that I mentioned that I like Maya for her boobs, and my friend said I was kind of sexist, so I jokingly compensated by saying, I like Hyuga for his crotch size.
Yep. It was one of those you had to be there kind of things, unfortunately.
And unfortunately, we lost the audio.
Yep.
We went to a great laugh.
Oh well. And honestly, I feel like this is kind of I'm only just now noticing this, but, the fact that Ethan was so formal and just actually, went through the system here, he was like, I'm on orders, I'm with the Guardians Mobile Defense Force, etc., etc. I feel like that's a bit of a change from what he would have done if this had been earlier in the game. He probably would have been a lot less patient.
Request a divination from the maiden.
I figured as much.
Right. Rutsu and his awesome hat.
To the President, and my answer will be the same, regardless of who comes.
But Lord Rutsu, we must do something.
And
we know this is serious.
I respect that they both have some very,
position.
very good points here. Fate of the universe, fate of the galaxy is at stake, or the Garal system. Sorry.
In a time of need.
We have enough to worry about here on New Days.
This isn't just the fate of New Days.
Right. Ethan makes a very eloquent point here that one planet is just ever so slightly less important than the entire system, because the planet is part of the system,
I will gladly sacrifice my life.
And again, we're never actually given an explanation as to why this divination risks her life.
I understand. As the
Rutsu continues being a very reasonable authority figure.
Thank you,
which I appreciate. That is one of the most admirable traits somebody in a position of authority can have is, being willing to change their position based on new information.
He's kind of a dumbass, though.
How so?
Well, he's trying to forbid us.
Well, he has...
Even after Karen said that she'd go.
Well, he has his reservations. And,
But I'll forgive him. Unlike Dogi.
Well, let's be honest here. He has a lot of concern about Karen's safety here, and that's totally reasonable. Admittedly, for reasons we're never quite clearly given.
Yeah, like I said, I'm willing to let that by for him, but not for Dogi.
Well, yeah, but he was a profiteering asshole.
Don't want to kill Mirei.
Right. So now we head off. I think we go off to get some equipment updates.
And I don't think it's ever explained, but whatever happened to Karen? Quote unquote.
I'm not sure. I think most of her records were kept with the Guardians anyway, and since it was, I'm pretty sure it was their plan to have her take. They worked it out. They gave some cover story
So we'll stop talking here and get this part saved, and see you in a bit.
Yep. Off we go into the shop.